You guys. I'm expecting my miracle any day now, any day now, 'cause I'm expecting my miracle any day now, any day now. I shall have what I need any day now, any day now. And by faith, it's coming to me any day now, any day now. I'm expecting my miracle. I'm expecting my miracle. And it's any day now.
Come on, if you're expecting something from God tonight, come on, just lift your hands in His presence and say, God, I just expect from you tonight. I expect for you to do the exceedingly, the abundantly, above all I could ever think or ask, according to the power that working within me. God, thank you for the power, that Holy Ghost power. Thank you, Lord God, for just moving by your power in this place. Oh God, we just glorify you in here. We just magnify you in here. We give you all the glory. The honor belongs to you. The glory belongs to you. The worship belongs to you. Oh God, thank you for the praise. It belongs to you. Come on, come on, come on. Just begin to give God all that's deserving unto him. Come on, come on, come on, and just set that atmosphere that'll make preaching really easy in here. Come on and bless the Lord. Come on and bless him. Come on and bless him. Come on, bless him like you expect for a miracle to happen today. Bless him like you expect for a miracle to happen this hour. Come on, give it to him. Give it to him. He's waiting for it all day long. Give it to him. Come on, God, I give you my worship. I give you my praise. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, loosen up. Come on, it's Friday night. And it's time to give God what's due unto him. In this hour, come on, bless him. 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 Hallelujah. Oh, any day now? Any day now. Any day now. Right now. Any day now. Any day now. Election day. Glory to God. We give God praise that we got an any day now blessing, and it's coming to you. I said we got an any day now blessing. Y'all don't know when to give God the glory. If you've been waiting on it for a long time, I just told you. You got to trust what comes out the prophet's mouth. And if God say that you got an any day now blessing coming to you, I would have said, I receive it now, God. I receive it now. You can bless me and bless me. Enlarge my territory. Whatever you got to do, God, I receive it today. I receive it tonight. I don't have to wait till tomorrow to get my blessing. Because the blessings of the Lord make it rich and it adds no sorrow to it. Hallelujah. 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 Glory to God. Hallelujah. Bless his holy name. Oh, how we love you. Quick, that sometimes you gotta let your hair down, take your shoes off, if anything too tight. Because listen, let me tell you something. Whenever God pronounced something over you, you gotta be ready to receive it. Because it's so many times Jesus was in their presence, and it wasn't until after Jesus left that they said, wasn't that Jesus of Nazareth? And I decree and I declare that I'm not going to miss the move of God with my mind somewhere else. However, when the water starts stirring, that's when the blessings come. That's when the healing comes. That's when God starts doing what you've been asking him for all this time. And all it took was for you to get in the spirit on the Lord's day. All you had to do is get in the spirit for real. I ain't talking about no play spirit. I ain't talking about getting in the spirit when you felt like it. It's when you didn't feel like getting in the spirit. It's when you didn't feel like getting to church today. It was when you didn't feel like coming in the house. I'm telling you tonight that God telling you, get in the spirit on the Lord's day and watch him move in this place. And look, you tell your neighbor, if I'm sitting next to a dead person, you better stay dead because I got somewhere to go. God don't he done raised me above some dead stuff. And I ain't got time. I might have to walk over you. But I ain't got y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. Can I get my intercessors praying tonight? I'm trying to tell y'all that you can't sit by dead people in this season. You can't hook up with dead folks in this season. You got to get alive because your God ain't dead. We used to sing a song a long time ago. God's not dead. God's not dead. He's yet alive. And we would say, I can feel him in my hands. I can feel him in my feet. When I think of the goodness of Jesus and all that he's done for me, my soul cries out hallelujah. It cries out hallelujah. It cries out, I got to put my foot on the devil now. So listen, you ain't gonna shut nothing down. If you gonna shut it down, we gonna shut you down. And you got to get up out of here. I'm gonna speak to him just like I see him. Ain't nobody got time for that. We walked under the open heaven because you weren't here yesterday. And you missed the move of God. Don't you come bringing your dead soul up in here. We don't need nothing dead in here. We're alive. We got a promise that God made to us. And we just come to get the icing. Somebody say the icing. Somebody say the icing. You should have came in looking for the icing. I'm ready for the icing on the cake. Don't play no dead church. You can come out of what we came out of last night and walk up in his bed. You can't hear the kind of testimony that the woman of God did and walk out of his bed. It's time to move in a place of blessing. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Y'all miss your blessing because you're too traditional. Stop being so traditional, thinking that God won't move in the midst of a small crowd. Y'all ain't saying nothing. When he looked at the grave and he said, Lazarus, come forth. God getting ready to give you a come forth blessing. All he had to do was call your name. I feel like prophesying tonight. I feel like prophesying. God getting ready to give you a come forth blessing. And all you have to do is say, come forth. Come forth blessing. Come forth money. Come forth job. Come forth healing. Come forth deliverance. Y'all ain't... Come on, pull it. Pull it. deep. You got to start warfare. Don't let nobody take your joy. You got to go into an intercession. Don't let nobody take your joy. Whenever you come into a place and you don't feel like you felt when you left out, something creeped up in the place. Y'all ain't saying nothing. And somebody open a welcome door to the enemy. And I'm here to tell him tonight, you got to go back out the same way you came. You don't belong in here. And if I brought it in, Lord, forgive me, because I don't want the service to be heavy. See, the saints are old. We used to get on our knees and we used to pray when we came in the house. And the reason why we prayed when we came in the house is because we would say, look, Lord, if anything is hindering me, I cast it at your feet. I don't want anything but in me to stop the move of God. And you have to say that in this hour. If I'm heavy, God, take the heaviness away. If I'm burning, God, take the burdens away. Whatever's going on, I don't want to be the caboose that stops God from moving in this season. Let me help you real quick. I didn't come to make you shout. I didn't come to make you dance. I come to tell God thank you. I could have stayed at the house to play church. Y'all ain't saying nothing. I did not come all this way to not magnify the Lord. I don't come for show or fashion. If I did, I would have had my heels on. And I would have been walking high tonight. But I didn't hear God tell me to put heels on. Because I might have to get down in the mud with somebody. Y'all ain't saying nothing. And sometimes you allow how you feel to stop you from walking in your blessed place. But look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor, not tonight, baby. Not tonight. Your healing could be right in the midst of what's going on right now. But see what the enemy will do. He'll plant some things in your head and make you think, oh, don't give God glory tonight. Wait till Sunday and give him glory. You know you don't feel good tonight. You know your back hurting, your leg hurting, your head hurting. Y'all ain't saying nothing. And right in the middle of all that, while you pacifying yourself, somebody else is getting free. Somebody else is getting blessed. Blessings being released. You got to step out of it and step into your blessing. Step out of it and step into your blessing. Step out of it and step into your blessing. Step out of it and step into your blessing. And step into your blessing. When you look around and you say, I'm not in the same. It look like you ain't in the same place. That means you don't move to a better place. Y'all ain't saying nothing. When you move to a better place, greater. I said greater. I said greater. I said greater. Greater is coming to us. Glory to God. Let me slow down. Let me slow down. Y'all pulling me too quick. Y'all pulling me too quick. I honor God. Now you know what my husband was talking about. I don't play church. I don't have time to play church. I played it in the world. I don't play it in the church. I don't have time. Only what you do for Jesus is what's going to remain. Everything else going down but his word. Don't you go down with it. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Don't you go down. Because his word going to stand when everything else goes down. So we come on, give God the best praise. The presence of the Lord is here. Thank you, Jesus. I get radical when the enemy try to come in. I say I get radical when the enemy try to come in. I get real radical when the enemy try to come in. But the more I bless him, the better I feel. Woo, glory to God. I give honor while you're standing to the gifts of this house. Apostle Kennedy and Pastor part of this great ministry. God bless you. We love you, and we thank God for you. Thank God for my husband. He usually be long-winded, Apostle, and so he kind of cutting it down a little bit. Yeah, he cutting it down because he'll do a sermon in the introduction. Y'all ain't saying nothing. And so he's cutting it down some. In other words, he'll just say, if you want to know who she is, amen, just watch her fruit. Amen? And so I give God praise for all that he's doing right now. And I thank God for my husband. God praise him now. Because let me make it very straight to everybody. I couldn't be doing what I'm doing if he didn't tell me I can do it. Y'all miss that. See, a lot of us go put the cart before the horse. But he had to release me to do this in order for our house at home to be in order. And so I thank God for the release that he has given me to do what God has on my life. And to the best church. On the west side of Columbus, Georgia, Gifts of God Ministry, I thank God for you all. Lord, to God. And my sister who drove me down here tonight, I thank God. I love her so dearly. Thank God. I just speak if you can. I want to thank God for my son and my baby. We had him in our later years. Hallelujah. Most people only know him, but they don't know my 38-year-old. So thank God for a 38 and a 40-year-old sons. Amen. Amen. Give God praise for Leah. Amen. Thank God for her stepping in. Amen. Playing what she knows. You got to start somewhere. Amen. I'm a musician. Amen. We thank God for even what's going on with that. You know, sometimes you just need to just press your way through some things. Listen, if you press, there's a blessing in the press. So as we were talking last night, we was talking about long suffering, and I'm not going to be before you too long because I deal with black people all the time. So I already know that they only give you about 20 minutes and then they're ready to go. Amen. So we ain't going to be here too long if it's the Lord's will. Amen. So last night, we talked about the works of the flesh in the Galatians, the 5th chapter, verse 19. We talked about now the works of the flesh, which identify that we have a flesh. Amen. And that sometimes we operate in our flesh. And then it went on down in verse 22 talking about but the fruit of the Spirit, and long suffering was a part of it, and we tag along with long suffering. In some translation it was patience, and long suffering and patience work together, and we equal that out to endurance. Somebody shout endurance. Sure. So what we know that if we live in the Spirit, we won't walk in the flesh. Yeah. We got to start walking in the Spirit of God so we won't fulfill the lust of our flesh. And so I understand that sometimes things get a little heavy, get a little hard, and it seems like you won't make it. But I come tonight to tell you that you've already made it. Tonight to tell you that you're already victorious. That whatever you've been going through, the victory was just waiting for you to get there. And sometimes you tag yourself and drag yourself along a little bit too slow. And God's just standing there waiting. His son Jesus with his arms wide out saying, come unto me all here laden and heavy laden, and I'll give you rest. And sometimes we don't want the rest. That ain't saying nothing. You'd rather stay in that miserable state when God has already given you a solution to your problem. Why stay in a stuck situation when you can get unstuck by knowing what the Word of God tells you? Why stay in a place where all you want to do is murmur and complain like the children of Israel did? Every time God brought them out of something, they went back to complaining. Y'all ain't saying nothing. And that's how we are. As soon as God do one thing, and then you get mad because he ain't did the other thing quickly enough, but you're not ready to wait on it and look at the manna that he already fed you with while you want more. Y'all ain't saying nothing. And what you got to understand, you got to be comfortable what God has already given you in order to get more. Listen, it's the faithful little things go into this place and we go into this meltdown. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We don't want to suffer long. We don't want to have patience. I don't want to love. I don't feel like doing that this season. And God, just, can you give me a card out? Can you give me a buy? Y'all ain't saying nothing. Can you pass go and go? Yeah, y'all ain't saying, I won't collect the $200. I'll just pass go. Y'all ain't saying nothing. And so I'll miss my blessing if you just let me stay right there. Let me pout a little longer. I need some attention. Y'all ain't saying nothing. I ain't never seen a bunch of Christians that need more attention. Every time I turn around, you want attention. Every time I turn around, your attention ain't on God. You want the attention to be on you. Y'all ain't talking in here. But in this season, all the attention belongs to the Lord. Belongs to the Lord. And we got to grow up and mature in this way. We should not be in Christ this long and we still acting like a baby. And then you get mad when we treat you like one. I ain't saying nothing. You say you want to come off of milk. You say you want to eat meat. But when we try to treat you like meat, because some meat is tough. Y'all ain't saying nothing. And so when you got into the meat, it's a tough piece of steak. And so what God's trying to do is make you tough in this season. That whatever come against you, it'll roll on off you. It won't affect you the same way it did when you was a babe in Christ. And you can't always say a baby, because you know, just like I know, because I did it. When I got a certain age, I was going around my house telling myself I was grown. And I was looking in the mirror and saying, I'm grown. My mom can't tell me what to do. I'm grown. I don't know what she's trying to tell me, but I'm grown. What you say, little girl? That's nothing, mama, nothing. Because sometimes we have this false appearance that we want to be something that we're not. Y'all ain't saying nothing. And when you get to that place where that thing face you face to face, then you realize, no, I'm ready to go back and live with mama now. Because I don't like paying bills. I don't like paying rent. I don't like paying light bills, gas bill, water bill. Y'all ain't saying nothing. And what you used to have, you don't have anymore. And now you don't want to be an older person, a grown-up. You want to go back to being a baby. That's how situations come at us. And it comes to make you strong. It comes to mature you when you get tried. It comes to tell you that your God is working it out for you. And so what happens is that we get ourselves in a rut and we start complaining instead of praising Him. Because everything is predicated on how you come out of this thing. How you come out of it depends on how much you're going to give God credit for it. I'm going to say it again. How you come out of it depends on how much you give God credit for it. In other words, whatever you're going through, when you start giving God credit for it, God, I already know you got it worked out. Credit, check. God, I know you already going to pay that bill. Credit, check. Y'all ain't saying nothing. You start operating in your faith, and if you don't have faith, it's impossible to please God. Now, I believe that as a babe, you got mustard seed. But if I want some meat, I got to come up with something greater than a seed. Y'all ain't saying nothing. My faith has to mature. And when you start maturing, that means something starts to grow. Whenever you put a seed in the ground, you expect for your seed to grow. You don't expect for that seed to stay down in the ground forever. But guess what? It can. Because I remember I didn't know anything about collards. And when I left home and moved to North Carolina, I wanted to plant collards. I didn't know you're supposed to had already had the collard buds or whatever you call it. I found me some collard seeds. And so what I did, I dug a hole in the backyard. And as I was digging, I kept on digging. And I kept on digging. I said, I wonder if that's far. Well, let me dig some more. Y'all ain't saying nothing. It's going to be an analogy to this. And I kept on digging, so I don't know, maybe I put it down about 2 feet. That was way down. That was a long way down. And I kept on, so I put all the dirt back on the seed that I planted. So when the time came, I was looking for the seed to come up. I kept watering that seed. I ain't seen nothing. I kept going back. I said, "Dog, what's wrong with this seed? What's wrong with these collards? By now, it's a year later, I ain't got nothing." And I kept looking. I said, "Well, I don't know what's going on. I'm not gonna pull it up because I ain't going back 2 feet down to get the seed that ain't coming up anyway. I just figured that the seed was dead. Y'all ain't saying nothing. I wish I had a real church. Y'all gonna get this in a minute. God, thank you, Jesus. And so one day, about 2 years later, after I kept going out out there throwing water on it. Kept going out there throwing a little fertilizer on it. Because I said, well, maybe at least I can get my grass back green. Y'all ain't saying nothing. And I kept just throwing all kind of stuff on it, trying to make it green again. And one day I went out there and I looked up and there was that collard green coming through the ground. Y'all ain't saying nothing. And what I'm trying to tell you today, that it don't matter if it's been a year ago, and it don't matter if it's been 2 years ago. God had to sometimes plant you in a ground to fill you with some maturity. He had to water you while you were down deep in that mess. He had to go pluck you up out of some stuff. And then he had to plant you down in some fertile ground. Because some of us was in some dead soil. You can then put some, y'all ain't saying nothing. You can put a plant in some soil that ain't good, rich soil. And your plant will not live. I wish I had a real church right there that understand what I'm trying to tell you. But sooner or later, by and by, if you stay connected, you're going to start seeing yourself start to growing in the middle of all of that. Oh, I wish I had a real church that understand that it's time to grow. Tell your neighbor it's time to grow. Okay, listen to this. Listen, let's go to 1 Peter and then I'm getting out your hair. The 5th chapter. 1 Peter, the 5th chapter, and I know you're asking me, what's the sermon title tonight? I'm going to tell you in just a second. Let's begin. 1 Peter 5 and 6, and we're going to read all the way down to verse 11. If you have it, come on and say amen. What it says.
Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time.
Listen, you got to learn how to be humble so exaltation can come. I'm looking for God to exalt us in this season. Come on.
Casting all your care upon him.
For what?
For he careth for you. Be sober.
Don't be out there drunk.
Be vigilant.
You got to be ready to stand flat foot and be ready. Come on.
Because your adversary, the devil,
what is he doing?
As a roaring lion, walking about, seeking whom he may devour.
He's looking for you who are in the wrong place at the wrong time. Come on.
Whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world.
Come on. You ain't the only one going through something. I heard you say that, Pastor. Come on.
But the God of all grace,
come on,
who have called us unto his eternal glory by Christ Jesus, after that ye have suffered a while, make you perfect, establish, strengthen, settle you. To him be glory and dominion forever and ever. Amen.
Look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor to settle in.
Settle in.
Settle in. Settle in. We have some promises to the end of suffering. All we got to do is just suffer just a little while. Because everybody going to suffer in this life. But it will end. For those who have faith in Christ, you got to have faith in him. Whenever you're going through something, you having faith that God's going to bring you out of it. Peter says it like this. He said, after that, the suffering is so real, especially for us who are persecuted for trusting God. Those that trust in the Lord will be persecuted. Because you're around here making a proclamation. I decree and I declare that I trust in the Lord until I die. No matter what come at me, I'm going to trust in the Lord. And everything but the kitchen sink seem to be coming. But you're settled in. Somebody shout, settled in. Settled in. You understand something, that our God is the God of all grace. Somebody say all grace. All grace. Which is it's an unearned favor. You don't even deserve this and he favored you for it. I'm so glad that we are still in our multiplied grace season. That even when I should not have it, he favored me to have it. So what happens is that God will restore us. He will restore us, or he will bring the perfection back to us, and he will make us strong. Somebody say, I feel my strength coming back. See, you understand, sometimes your strength leaves you based on what you're going through. Because a lot of times we hand over, and it's not that the enemy can do anything except you allow him to. And unless you know, sometimes you got to figure this out and say, you know what, I refuse to give it to you. I'm going to fight for it. Y'all ain't saying nothing. And so what happens a lot of times is that we're not strong enough. You got to be firm. Somebody shout firm and establish. Because you're going to feel weak sometimes. You're going to feel like you can't make it because it looks like everything's coming at you at the same time. But God has already made a way of escape. He only waiting on you to get to the escape door. Whenever you go through a maze, they try to find you a way to get in, and you trying to get to the center. But I'm telling you, in this season, Jesus is the center. And all you have to do is go in the door. And all you have to do is find Jesus. Whatever going on, find him in the center of it. You begin to feel that things start to seem to sense and feel like everything is going. I'm worn out. I'm tired. I'm just wore out. I don't know what this is that keep coming against me. But God, I serve you. I'm loving you. I'm worshiping. I'm fasting. I'm praying. I'm being faithful. But why am I still going through some things? And you got to understand that if God chose you like he chose Job, he chose you because he knows you're not going to give up on him. Y'all didn't hear me. You got to be the same way Job was. He did not give up on God. He said, naked I came in this world, naked I leave. If God don't take me out, I don't care. I'm fine with that. Even when his wife was cutting the food. Just curse God and die, Job. You look embarrassed anyway. You got some friends like that. Y'all ain't saying nothing. You got some friends that talk about you. You got some friends that you thought was your BBF or BFF. I don't know what they call it. I can't remember. But all I know is that everybody got some friends that they thought that they could trust. And they found out that those that they thought was for them was truly against them. But I never saw a situation that God was against me. He always made a way out of no way. He always made provision in everything that happened in my life. And the thing of it is that God will restore every lost thing of value. I'll say it again. God will restore every lost thing of value. Some things wasn't value, so you know he's not going to restore that. You know, we say that song, God, whatever you're doing in this season, don't do it without me. And listen, if he gets rid of my enemies in this season, no, you can do that without me. I don't got time to be fooling with them. Go ahead, Lord, you can have it. You ain't saying that. That's why you got to be careful what you say, because death and life are in the power of your tongue. I don't care to take my enemies no more with me. Y'all ain't saying nothing. When God doing something in this season, I want the blessings of the Lord that make it rich and add no sorrow. And then in my last season, everything that came against me, if it makes you sorrowful, that ain't what you want to take into your new season. Tell your neighbor, don't take the old into the new. That's his promise right there. He's going to make us strong and secure us forever. That's what's coming to us. Those things that we have put our trust and our faith in him. That's what you're going to see in this season. Because let me tell you something. God is a faithful God. And because God blesses us, there comes times when these things are going to come. Trouble's going to come. Distress is going to come. Grief is going to come. Pain is going to come. But listen, we can rejoice knowing that the suffering is for a short time. Nobody want to go. Jesus had to go through something. But I said the suffering is for a short time. I decree and I declare that from this day forward, that whatever you go through, what pain you go through, what suffering you go through, it's only for a short time. Because you have stepped into a place of maturity. And you're going to tell God, I'm mature in this thing. And I'm not going to go back from where I came. I'm going to stand flat-footed as you strengthen me, as you encourage me, and you give me faith to trust and believe. Because like he said, I heard you, Pastor, that 2 Corinthians 4:17, it says, for our light affliction, which is but a moment, that's that short time right there. Y'all missed it. It's a light affliction, and it was only for a moment, but you made it for a lifetime. Because all you had to do is just remember that God, if you did it before, you surely will do it again. The Bible says it's working for us a far more exceedingly an eternal weight of glory will make me come out. I'll be like a drunk man. You can get a weight of glory on you that when you come in into the presence of the Lord, you can't even hardly stand up. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Y'all got to go into a place where all you feel is the presence of the Lord. I know I left something when I came into church. I left it at the front door because it's a weight of glory that met me at the door. When I got to my house, I didn't want to bring that stuff in the house. Y'all need to leave some trash outside. When you get back to the house, don't take no trash in the house. Trash goes outside the house. I wish they had a real church. That's why when we go to bed at night, Mama used to say, take the trash out. Y'all ain't saying nothing because she didn't want that trash in her house. Because trash got a way to smell bad. Y'all ain't saying nothing. And what you got to do, you got to learn how to let some stuff go. Let the weight of glory just fall on you. Fall on me. The weight of glory. And watch God move in your life. Somebody say yeah. It's only for a moment. And we've been suffering so long with this thing, we won't even let it go. But he said your light affliction. He didn't even say it was something big. He called it a light affliction. It's the little fox that destroys the vine. Little bitty stuff. Make you want to just throw in the towel and give up. But look at somebody and say, it was only for just a little while. Your suffering is only temporary, but it produces a character that will last throughout your whole life. It will produce something within you that says, I trust God. You'll begin to build in the trust of character, of trust. You'll begin to build in the character of love. You'll begin to walk out what the fruit of the Spirit is in Galatians 5:22. You'll begin to understand why it's one fruit and not all fruit. It's one fruit wrapped into one. Y'all understand? All of that is wrapped into one fruit. And what God is training us is I'm building you your character, because that suffering that you went through is the only way that you're going to find out that the fruit of what the fruit of the Spirit really is. You don't know love till you've been hated. Y'all ain't saying nothing. I wish they had a real church. I don't care who told you that they loved you. It wasn't until they hated me that I realized how much y'all ain't saying. Because God told me I had to love my enemy. I ain't talking about natural. I ain't talking about when you fell in love with old Bobo and JoJo and Annie Pooh and all that. I'm talking about when everything tried to come up against you. God trying to teach you more spiritual than natural. And he's trying to show you that you already got it in the natural. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Even the love. Listen, love is a seed that was planted in you from the beginning, the foundation. Because God is love. And when he blew his word, his nashama in your breath, he already blew the word in you. He blew his love in you. He blew everything that you needed inside of you. But the problem is we took love and we tainted it. And we took our love off of him and put it on other folks. I wish I had a real church right there. And so what God's doing is bringing you back to your first love, which is him. We know how to love. But can you love God better than what you love other folks? Y'all ain't saying nothing. Y'all ain't saying nothing. And what I'm understanding is that you cannot disregard the suffering. It's only for a light affliction, only for a moment. And when you understand that in this moment of why you're going through something, it's indicating something that I'm about to get a blessing. Do y'all ever see something come on and you say, ooh, it's my season. Because I said the test. Yeah, see, that's how you come through faster. You don't come through faster complaining. You come through faster giving him praise. And so you understand that it indicates that the blessing is on the way. After that you have been submitted to a refiner's furnace. See, some things come to refine you and cause you to look at yourself and say, God, I didn't know that was not in a proper way. I told you before, most of us are walking lopsided and don't even know it. And what God is trying to do is realign us even in the fiery furnace. Somebody said, okay, I need to get settled in. Oh my God, thank you, Jesus. We got to know who's going to bless us. If the Bible says it's the God of all grace who called you to his eternal
glory in Christ. He's faithful. He's consistent. He knows how to treat us. Listen, you think you know that man or that girl can treat you good. Well, can't nobody do me like Jesus. I will search everywhere looking for somebody to do me like Jesus. I even searched it in my husband, and he don't fail me sometimes. I'm sure I don't fail him in it too. Y'all ain't gonna be real up in this church. I'm talking about nobody can do you like Jesus. You can search all over, and you won't find nobody that will do you like Jesus. Somebody say, I'm settled in this thing, and whatever he begins to do in his grace, he'll lead us to his glory. I just want to be led to the glory. Oh God, thank you. And what he begins, he will see you through to the completion of it. Most folks will only take you so far, but you ain't got to worry about Jesus. He'll take you to the completion, all the way to the end. He'll take your hand and carry you on through. He'll hold you, and when you can't make it, he'll pick you up and carry you in his bosom, and he'll take you on through. You'll be like a baby nursing from their mother. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Sometimes you got to go back and nurse a little bit. I wish I had a real church that would go back and go back to the nipple and nurse a little bit and say, Lord, I thought I was ready for this. I thought I was really ready, but I wasn't ready for this. So let me lay here just a little bit. Let me nurse on you just a little bit so I can get the strength I need. Because what comes from the mother when she nurses her baby, she gives that baby nourishment. I wish I had a real church, and what you got to do is nurse sometimes and watch God do what he said he gonna do. He said, I'm gonna strengthen you. Y'all ain't ready? I'm looking for some strength in this hour. He made a promise. He made it in Christ, and he made it in his glory, and I can trust God's promise. Somebody say, settle in. I'm almost there.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you created, God, the atmosphere, the climate for us to trust you. You cause these things to happen because nothing happened except God allowed. He caused these things to happen. So you go back and you look at Hebrews, the 4th chapter, verse 16. It says, let us therefore come boldly unto the throne of grace that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in time of need. We need some Holy Ghost bold saints. Listen, I'm talking about talking straight. You can talk in tongues all you want to, but the devil don't care about your tongue. Right. You don't care about your tongue, but when you start decreeing and look him dead in the face and say, listen, you cannot come across what God has already blessed. You got to be bold enough at the throne of grace. You begin to cry out and say, look, listen, a lot of times, and listen, y'all might get mad at me for this, but listen, a lot of times we go to God asking God for stuff, and God said, my hands are tied. I already told you that back in Genesis, I gave you dominion over everything. Y'all missed that. And while you're in the God, I need this, I need that, I need this, I need that. God said, well, my hands are tied because I told you you have dominion over it. You got dominion over the fishes in the sea. You want something to eat, go catch a fish. You miss it because you don't know the word of God. And we go back into the traditions of man that make God's none effect. Because you got to understand something. God's waiting on you to speak it out of your mouth when he already gave you the Holy Ghost boldness, but when you came to the throne of grace to say what you need. We're so busy calling, Lord, when you don't do it? Then you get mad because God don't do it. And God's trying to tell you, look, I already told you, go back to the throne of grace and decree it yourself. Open up your mouth and decree and declare something. Yeah. And watch it happen. And so what we do, we just stay and call on the Lord, and he said, look, I can't do nothing. I have left you in charge here. Yeah. Y'all missed that. Yeah. I left you in charge here. And you are the one that have dominion over this. He said the only thing you ain't got dominion over is each other. Y'all missed that. But everything else you can bring into what you need. And we run from that because we don't understand that what he said is, I've released the blessings to you, and all you have to do is trust me that I have done it and learn of me. When you learn of him, you partake of who he is, and when you begin to partake of who he is, you can screw out who he is. Yeah. Your sons can't be your sons and look like they dad except they've been partakers of it. Your daughters can't be like you except that she's been hanging with her mom. Y'all ain't saying nothing. You can't be like Jesus if you hang with your big brother. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Unless you're spending big time with him. You're understanding what he did in the earth. He's left all of that as an example of how we can come into this earth realm and take back what the enemy has stolen from us. And so your standing invitation is, come unto me, all ye that are laden and heavy laden. And he said, I'm going to give you rest. He says, listen, he says, come, you are persecuted. If you've been persecuted, come for righteousness' sake. Come for those that are weary and tired. Come for those that are hurting. Come for those that are suffering for the cause of Christ. Your best time of witnessing is when you're in a bad place. Saying nothing. That's the best time to witness. Because somebody can see what God did for you. And they know you're going through. And while you're going through, you're showing them that I will not give up on God. I've come too far to turn around. I got to trust him and get settled in this thing. You got to stop jumping in, jumping out. Jump to right, jump to left. Jump back, jump. Well, y'all ain't saying nothing. Y'all make a dance out of everything. Y'all ain't saying nothing. It's time to get settled in. Tell your neighbor, get settled in. And he gives out of his infinite grace. Somebody say infinite grace. God gives us his strength. Oh my God, I got excited when he gave me that. He said, I'll give you my strength to meet the demands of your life. All I needed to do is just find strength in him. The more I got covered in him, the more strength I had. The more I hid myself in the cleft of his hands, the more I felt better about what I was going through. And sometimes you don't know that you got to hide out sometimes and watch everything go by you. And while you're watching it go by you, you're finding some strength. You can't be no prophet and hide in a cave thinking you all by yourself. Because God got thousands out there that will do what you won't do while you're running from your calling. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. You got to do what God has told you to do. That's why we're called gifts of God ministry. Because whatever gifts in you, you need to be operating in your gifts. Because listen here, let me tell you, for the kingdom suffered violence, and the violent take it by force. And God needs some kingdom folks that got some gifts that ain't scared to face the enemy with a Holy Ghost boldness and say, I got what it takes to put you under my feet. I got what it takes to tell you to come back, go back from where you came from. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Y'all give too much credit. I know you're thinking in your mind, she keep talking about the enemy. That's what got you all bound down. You got to get loose from what got you bound down in order for you to know who the real God is in your life. Tell your neighbor, I'm getting settled in. Tell your neighbor, I'm getting settled in. He's the God of all grace. Yes, he is. He's the God of all grace. Yes, he is. He's the God of all grace. Yes, he is. I said, he's the God of all grace. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's a quickening God. He's a quickening grace. He's a pardoning grace. Anybody ever been pardoned of their sins? He's a cleansing grace. Tell your neighbor, I thank God for cleansing me. He's a believing grace. Those that believe on the Lord. How many in here believe on the Lord? Believe what God says, and that settles it. He's a sustaining grace. Somebody said, sustain me so I won't go back. He's a sovereign grace. Yes, he is. Oh God, I thank you for being a sovereign God. When you lost everything, he still fed you. Y'all ain't ready? He's a sovereign God, the God of all grace. Y'all ain't ready? I said the God of all grace, the manifold grace, has a storehouse that will never run out. You don't have to worry about anything running out because the
one today, but I was a track star. And when you get ready, they would say, on your mark, you had to get ready. Y'all ain't ready. You got to get ready. Get set. You got to get settled in. Get settled. Get settled. And you might have to shake some off. We would shake our little leg. And we would just say whatever that was. A little bit of nervousness. But we'll shake it off. Put our foot back in the starter block. And when we got our foot in the starter block, we'll get down. And we'll say, on the march. Get set. And we'll hear the gun say, go. And we would take off. We will run. Y'all ain't settled. Y'all ain't settled. You got to be settled. You got to be ready. We didn't look back. When we took off, we didn't look back. Because when I look back, I slowed up. All you need is a cheerleading squad. Don't miss this. Because you thought, because y'all was in the same church, on the same praise team, on the same auxiliary, that they would be the one that would cheer you on. I'm here to tell you there's so much jealousy in the body of Christ. These folks got their own agendas. But the Bible said he'll never leave you, nor forsake you. And if you can't hear nobody else's voice, you ought to hear the voice of God telling you to keep on keeping on. Don't stop right there. Keep on, come on, come on, come on, come on. You can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Come on, come on, I got trust in you. I got faith in you. Come on, just trust my voice. My sheep know my voice and follow not after strength. I hear you, Lord, I hear you, Lord. And the enemy on this side trying to tell you, don't do it, don't do it. You know you're tired, you know your body, you know you're too old. But God said, no, 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 no. I'm renewing your strength. I'm renewing you as an eagle. I'm renewing you. You got to fly over this thing. Come on, stay in it. Don't give up. You got to settle in it. You got to know God getting ready to do these abundantly above all. You ask one thing according to the power. Somebody shout. Somebody shout. Tell somebody I got it. I got power. I got power. And I'm settling in. Glory to God. Settle in. Yeah, settle in this thing. It's time to be settled. Don't be wishy-washy. Be settled. God called you to it. He surely can bring you through it. Do what he told you to do. Stop trying to find an excuse why not to do it. Do you think starting a ministry is easy? It's not. You got to